Welcome to back to ATS. This is going to be a little bit different. As you see, we're at level 0. This is a whole new profile that I'm doing. We're going to see how many episodes it's going to take me using only 9 mods to get us up enough money to buy our own truck, and I'll go ahead and go into mod manager and show you the 9 that I'm using, even though I do have a whole lot more that I use for when I'm just playing around on for myself. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them that are really going to be playing a big part of it. And we're using the Steel Production Engine Pack. And all these are on the mod list in Steam. And we're going to use the N14 Jake brake sound because I like the way it sounds. And I really love this ATS new route advisor 2.8 mm5 edited mirrors. It puts the route advisor up on top of the screen, and then it gives you 2 mini mirrors. And the escort vehicle speed increase, that's going to bump us up to 50 miles an hour on escort jobs. And of course, the real company and gas station billboards, that's another one of my personal favorites to use. And the quick gates for ATS is also going to play a good part of it because we won't have to sit there and wait for the gate to open so quick. And the better economy is going to, and the no damage is going to be playing big favors for us. And the longer yellow lights, that's just another personal one that I like using whenever I play. So we are going to go back and hit yes. And now we're going to get started on our first delivery. And yes, it will probably be a little longer video. Just knowing me, I sometimes lose track of time, but it's Friday night right now when I'm recording this. And I know tomorrow night I'm going to be in a convoy with some of my friends, so I figured I'll get this recorded while I have the chance. And take a quick little drink here. And it also kind of gives me a practice for when I do convoys, because we always drive like maniacs in the convoys. Okay, the first thing we gotta do is select our home base, and I'm gonna go to Topeka, Kansas because that's the closest to me right now. I'm actually live over here, right in this area, but of course, Missouri's not out yet. They don't have Leavenworth, which would be across the river from me, which I was kind of hoping they would, but anyways. Well, shoot, I hit the wrong button there. I didn't want to do that walkthrough tour. Oh well. Bad habit. Uh, Getting my mind off on other things. Okay, they're going to have us take a delivery to dumpsters to Junction City. Uh, there is one thing I need to change before we get before we start off on the delivery, and that's going to be the how the money reads. And well, I don't even have my controls set up yet. Oh no. Okay. They I forgot they changed this box. Okay. Um Gameplay. We need to go in here and I don't want to use that winter scene, even though yes, Christmas is right around the corner, and I'm turning off fatigue and traffic violations just to help with eating us out a little bit more. Uh, Speed warning, I'm turning that off because I don't really care about that. Uh, no, I turned off the wrong thing. There's the parking one. I do want that. The heavy cargo warning, turn that off. And the, the parking difficulty, I always put it over here on random because I like to already have the parking picked out before I get there. I even do that in convoys. Uh, Random road events, we'll leave it at about 20%. And the detour, I'm turning that way down. We're going to only make that, well, matter of fact, we're going to go all the way down. We're not going to have any detours because that's just going to add more time to the everything. Rain possibility, we're turning that up to what about the average for around here, which is 15 to 16% in my area. And time zone, I go to full info since I got all the states that are out so far. It'll keep the time in the proper time zones that way. And I don't want the cut scenes. Okay. Uh, I want to turn the steering animation range up to about there. And I'm going to turn the braking down because I'm going to be turning the automatic jake brake on, which automatically going to come on when I go to hit my braking. And then let's see, what else do we need to adjust? Okay, that's good. I'm not going to use the advanced coupling because I've noticed sometimes they get messed up. So it's just better off not having that turned on because I'm not going to worry about the truck adjusting suspension because this is starting off from scratch and trying to work our way up to our own truck. Okay, then that's fine. Automatic parking brake, I don't like that. I like manually turning that on. And I'll go ahead and leave the automatic drop liftable axles. I will turn on the realistic fuel consumption just to so it's a little more realistic on how much fuel we use. The automatic headlights I'm not going to worry about. That's okay. Uh, that's okay. Um, uh, okay. Display money, that's what I need to change over to US dollars. And I want to turn the 24-hour clock on because I'm just used to that with my dad being ex-Navy and we always left notes in military time. Let's see. None of that's important due to this. I I go past the automatic jake or engine brake. Uh, Automatic parking brake. Um, there, there's the automatic. No, automatic engine brakes right above it. Okay, check that on. Okay, now I need to set the controls up for my controller. Oh, that ain't what I want for the main. Right trigger is what I want for main. That one goes under that. This, I put the secondary forward brake and reverse on my controller, especially for backing up purposes. That's where it's really going to come in handy. Okay, and we're using an automatic transmission, so the shift is not going to come in effect. Uh, we'll go ahead and leave the engine start on the right joystick just for this because I can deal with that. Okay, spacebar is my parking brake, which is fine. Uh, and of course, I don't worry about the toggles of the engine braking or anything, just mainly because I like the sound of the engine brake every time I hit the brakes. I'm not going to worry about trailer brake because for this, um, yeah, we're not going to have to worry about the drop axles. Okay, diff lock. I do want that on my controller. I do know that. And like I said, I'm not worrying about the suspension stuff. Why? Oh, I I don't understand why it acts up like this sometimes. It just will not let me use it. It's not going to call it the right bumper. It's calling it Joy 2 button 5, which is still the same thing. Okay, we're turning that off because we are setting that up on the controller as well. Oh, I know why that failed there. I've got to come down here and they're farther. Con- they've got other buttons assigned to spots that I have my own preference on where I put stuff, and I only use one button for the trailer attach and detach, and that is button B. Okay, now we can come back up here into these main controls. And uh, we're turning that one off because I'm going to be using a different button there. Well, it is not going to let me do it. Not liking that, but it's giving it a secondary. That we're getting rid of because we need that for something else. And why they put wipers on P is because the keyboard users, I put W for wipers, which makes more sense. And I'm going to use a secondary on the wipers. I'm using the left joystick button down, and it it didn't like that, so it is what it is. X we need for another something else, so and we are going to change the cruise control to there. Uh, and I'm not going to worry about the adaptive cruise control or resume or any of that right now. Yeah, a smart guy would have probably at least got this much done, but before he started recording, but nobody ever said I was the brightest about stuff. Okay, and dashboard display. That's going to be my D-pad up. They ca- called it something different there. Ah, I forgot to take that one off. That's ah, hit escape. Why is it not letting me change that? Oh, you it it let me change it that way, but it won't let me not list it as something different. Ugh. Okay, well, we'll leave it that way then. That's why it called it something different up here. Uh, which was it? Uh, I believe it was the light button they changed. Yeah, that's what they did. Okay. Oh, these dang notifications. Every everybody's going to go live. But of course, it's Friday night, so I wish I was I could figure out how to turn that completely off. First, move it away from me so it don't distract me. Okay. Well, it still ain't letting me change that one back. Oh well. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, we'll go into the game and hit drive, and I'll go to the outside camera, and this is the new T. But it's interior. I do like the mirror cameras, monitors being inside the cab. It kind of gives a little better view without having to look directly over into the mirror. And then the top down camera. This is why I didn't want to go through the list. No, they're gonna make me go to. Oh, oh, wrong camera. Or wrong button. Okay. Hey, let's see. There. Now I got my. They start me off with 1635 for money. Well, I don't need to do that. I did not hit pause, dang it. Oh, somehow it's got pauses wheeled down. Oh. Oh, I cut that corner too sharp. It's kind of like what Farm Sim Freak did the on the convoy the other night when he went pulling to the gas station. The only thing about this truck is that I do not care for how weak the engine and transmissions are. they kind of messed that up. Whoops. Getting ahead of myself. This truck's engine and brakes are way underpowered. I always cut the corners just to get that little extra discovery of the roads. It's just something I do. And with no damage and better money, I don't have to pay for anything I would damage elsewise, which is going to help our bank account out since we're trying to save our money up for our own trucks. Oh man, get called into weight scale already. First delivery. Well, they may have called us in, but we're not stopping. We don't have time for that nonsense. We got this delivery to make. But by having the route advisor up at the top of the screen right there, it I don't have to look down at the dash, which is allowing me to stay more focused on the traffic. And we won't have to worry about the accidentally ramming into someone. But if I see a Prius, yes, I will probably hit them for my good friend David Steele, who created that engine pack. Well, it don't look like we're going to come across a Prius right now. Not on this delivery anyways. Unless if one happens to come down the road. Come on, car, move it. You don't hit your brakes going around a freaking corner. Well, that wasn't a Prius, but I'm not going to worry about the pictures or the cut scene because this is strictly for trying to get our money, and I know there'll be other times for the getting pictures and stuff. And with this profile, I'm not really that worried about those accomplishments, which I've already got on my other main profiles, which is my regular JCP BSR account and the profile that I use for the convoys. Oh, I don't need what? Oh, they, they doubled that. I forgot about that. Oh well. Um. Oh, it's not changing like that. It was supposed to. See, I didn't have to sit there and worry about that. My spot's already selected where I need to park. And well, they say that's good enough for them. It's good enough for me. Now, let's see. That's basically a half hour. Well, that's going to be it for this video. And this will probably come out on Tuesday, and then what I get recorded from the convoy from tomorrow night will probably be Thursday's video. Take care. Have a good Christmas, everybody. And take care of one another. Bye now.